talk to me a little bit about how difficult it is to open a crypto-enabled bank. Demystify the challenges a bit for me.
Yes, to tell you it's absolutely easy because the manual is public, accessible. It's a Swiss banking law, so 80% you can cover with the list of functionalities you find in there if you follow the regulations. But of course, every bank is individual, so there are two challenges. One challenge is to get the most flexible infrastructure, and the second one is to provide an infrastructure that is so high sophisticated that you can bring products and services as quick as you can to the market.
And who are you ultimately trying to serve? What does that ecosystem look like?
Well, the whole tech industry represented here, who realizes that really to implement their solutions, you also need the finance solutions which allow for this, the banking activities. So we are just one part of the tools everybody has here and which do not yet exist on the market.
And how are you doing it differently then?
We're not doing differently, we're the only ones doing it, so there's not much of difference. No, we started 12 years ago creating Swiss banks with a one-stop shop turnkey ready approach. So yes, we are the attorneys filing the 4,500 page application to the FINMA, but we are also the consultants, the IT experts, the HR experts, building up all the structure. FINMA requires you to give you a banking license. And we're quite unique in combining that one-stop shop turnkey ready.
So talk to me a little bit about some successful use cases that you've had so far.
So
we are attorneys, by the way. We will not give you any names.
That's fine.
So there are several use cases, but the basic use case we integrate is to build first Swiss private bank, meaning wealth management in its basics and opening an account, doing loans, and also having a credit card. And of course today, what is not really standard in private banking, having a high sophisticated e-banking platform, client touch points, that's the basic. So then you can come on that because everything is modular and scalable, and that is what's really important for an actual bank today.
When it comes to innovation, and especially regulation in Switzerland, obviously it's separate from the European Union, and we hear a lot of talk about Europe being at the forefront of regulation with open banking, but where does Switzerland fit into that? Where's the innovation coming from?
Well, the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, the FINMA, 3-4 years realized that, first of all, crypto was so big, they could not ban it. Okay, so their humble approach was, if we cannot ban it or change it, whatever, let's just regulate it, and that's their task. And the clever way they did it, they thought, well, we're not going into the different technologies. That goes faster than we can regulate, but we can set basic standards. Oh, by the way, these standards have been existing for a long time. KYC, AML, and if you comply to these requirements, these rules and regulations, they're fine. So any client, any bank, present you the FINMA credibly that their processes, that their structure allows to comply. Whatever technology you use for the FINMA is fine. Blockchain-based, crypto, smoke signals, you do whatever you wish. As long as you comply, you're fine. And I guess no other regulator has been so strict in doing so and really stating technology, everything is fine to us. So for crypto, that's the best possible solution as long as you know how to comply and how to build a bank which will comply. Well, we know.
And it's clear that you've had great success with it so far.
Oh, yes.
So what does the future look like then for Lloyd's and Partners? What trends are you going to be following in this space to help drive this innovation forward?
We have to be aware that it's not only 2 or 3 or 4 banks needed, there are way more banks needed that are somehow fintech friendly. So I think there is a lot of work to do, and we should start it now, because the most important thing is the momentum and it has already started, and let's bring the power into the future. And we have really a lot of work to do until we come back to the next FinTech Festival in 2021.
So what's ultimately driving this need then for hybrid banking?
Well, hybrid banking, as we define it, is a bank which is set up to deal with the fiat, the old financial economy, and the new one, because a bank is an ecosystem within which you can freely transfer, use fiat and crypto, and merge these two industries or these two technologies. That's the key. You know, people still need bank accounts. People still need to make payments, but they have their cryptos, they have their blockchain solutions, and the bank should not only be able to do one, it should be able to do both and have that fully transparently.
And this question for both of you, what's next then for Lloyd's and Partners?
Next is to get deeper in all these wonderful contacts we had all these days, and let's try to realize some of the ideas that we've spoken with some really interesting persons. And of course we couldn't talk with everybody, but we had really a lot of contacts, so there's a lot of work to do before Christmas, and we are happy that our idea somehow landed a little bit here in Singapore, but it's really also a platform for us to go the next step.
So the reception has been good so far then at the event?
No, it's not been good. It's been fantastic. We hoped to bring home 5 serious leads. There were 12 on Monday, 13 yesterday, and we're still counting today. So some people here have realized that all these fantastic technical solutions are not really worth anything if there is not a bank which can implement that, which can deliver that, which can offer the services needed. And that's the bank we are creating.
Fantastic. Well, gentlemen, thank you both so much for your insights today, and good luck with your continued success.
Thank you very much, Shannon.
Pleasure.
From Medici Studio, I'm Shannon Rossick.